Hey guys, Nick here with Gear Nut, and this little tactical light is pretty freaking awesome. So, couple reasons you might consider the Claris XT1A coming up. So, big shout out and thank you to Flashlight Z for sponsoring this video and sending down the Claris XT1A for us to take a look at. And I must say, this light's pretty freaking sweet. I find this making its way into my pocket when I want a little bit more of a tactical carry. So, Claris did an absolute fantastic job with this. There's two main reasons I would consider getting the Claris XT1A. Number one, it's got the awesome dual little switch, tail switch, the tactical tail switch from Claris, one of my favorites. So you could set this in outdoor mode, you could set it in tactical. Strobe warning, it's got instant access to strobe, instant access to turbo. I absolutely love the dual tail switch from Claris. It's a handy little feature. The size of this flashlight is picture frickin' perfect. Look at this thing. The bezel sticks out just enough. It's not a crownulated bezel. There's no crowns up here, but it sticks out enough, and you could use it to impact if you wanted, but I wouldn't suggest it. There's no stainless steel strike bezel up front. It's just, it makes a great tactical light because of the modes you have access to. I really wouldn't consider this a weapon light that you would use as a weapon, just because it doesn't have that stainless steel strike bezel. But it makes a great tactical light because you have instant access to those modes. So, number one reason I would consider buying this light is the dual switch tail switch from Claris. Number two, you can switch this over into outdoor mode, but the real number two reason is the fuel sources. So, boom, look at that. Claris sized up the light, and it uses a 14500. Now, these batteries are nothing to joke about. These are really unique batteries, but at the same time, they're freaking awesome because when this dies on you, you can plug a micro USB cord, and Claris actually thought about it, included the cord for you and a spare O-ring and a wrist lanyard. But when this battery dies on you, it's micro USB, rechargeable, pull it out, plug it in a car, a cigarette lighter or whatever, any USB plug, plug it in, let it charge, and AA compatible. So this light can also run off of AA's. Now your AA's are not going to give you the 1000 lumens that this battery will, but a AA will still give you 300 lumens. That is crazy. That is crazy. So, a cool little light, gold-plated contact points, not coated threads with anodizing. It is IPX8 waterproof, and just a solid post up here. No dual springs. So, I think Claris did a fantastic job with this light. It's got Type 3 hard anodized coating on here. It's got a removable pocket clip. It looks to be only tip down carry, but for a tactical light, I prefer that setup, especially with the little dual tail switches. Pretty freaking sweet. So, right now, this is in tactical mode, so that means your secondary paddle is going to be strobe, and this primary switch is going to be your turbo. So, strobe warning, it's got a freaking 1000 lumens of strobe. It's also got a battery meter, so click it on, it starts off in your turbo, and you can tap your little mode button here to cycle through your modes. And we're actually going to take and switch this over to outdoor mode for the rest of this review. So push and hold until this turns red and green. So a very generous, there we go, click this, boom. A very generous LED over here for your battery meter. And let's just turn this on. I believe that the battery meter actually turns off after a short period, and boom, there it is. So your modes with the included 14500 battery are pretty impressive. So it's going to start out in low, 5 lumens for 37 hours. It seems like more than 5 lumens because of the reflector. It's got a really decent reflector, so it concentrates your light, makes it seem like you're getting more than what the LED is actually pushing out. So tap that secondary switch, and that's how you cycle through your modes. This is going to be medium, 80 lumens for 4.5 hours. And tap it one more time, it goes from 80 all the way up to 1,000 lumens for 1 hour. Now, let's shut that off. Now, when you get your 1,000 lumens, it's going to run for as long as it can before the temperature gets too hot and it downgrades. And this light does do that. So it will continuously downgrade because of the temperature. So you're going to get that because there's no heat dissipation up here, there's no fins, there's no bulk of aluminum material that can wick away some of that heat and keep the light cool, keep the components cool. It will actually go into a fail-safe mode and actually downgrade it. Type 3 hard anodized coating, fantastic little light. And the battery meter, green is 100% to 70%. It's cold out here. Whew. And orange is going to be 70% to 30%. Red is going to be 30% to 10%. And you got momentary. This is a cool little light. And then flashing red is going to be 10% to 0%. So IPX8 waterproof. If you are looking for a multi-fuel compatible light, you love the availability of AA batteries, this is definitely a light for you to check out. This is a pretty sweet little light. So they give you the 14500. You can get some extra 14500 batteries and have those as backups. But when you're SOL, you can always find AA's. You can even take them out of your kid's Xbox controller. I mean, unless they got the rechargeable battery pack. But those are the two reasons I absolutely love this light. It's very size specific for your hand. It'll fill it up. So, and it's just the perfect size. In my opinion, this is the perfect size little light. So, would I like to see Claris come out with this model but have like an 18350 in it? Definitely, I would love that. But that takes away the awesomeness, in my opinion, because you can always fall back on a AA battery. So, super awesome light. Flashlight Z, thanks for sending this down for us to check out. This is a sweet little light. It's a little bit on the tactical side, but that's what makes it cool, you know? Having that little tactical dual tail switch. Absolutely love that switch. One of the best clicky tail switches I've ever seen. Claris, keep up the great work. Let's take this out in the backyard, take a look at it, and see how she goes. It's a sweet little light, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so we are out in the backyard with the Claris XT1A, and if you are looking for a flashlight that has the power of 1,000 lumens and the versatility of using AA batteries, then you should really take a look at this. This thing is nuts. So, it comes with the 14500, that's what I got in it right now, and I absolutely love rocking this thing with a 14500. This is your low, more than enough to navigate around, see little obstacles. When you want to start bumping it up, this is your medium. And medium is pretty good. I mean, I can see what's going on in my backyard, conserves the battery life, really gives me a runtime I can agree with. But if you want to take it up another notch, this is 1,000 lumens coming out of a light that is AA compatible. How crazy is that? It's got the Claris tail switch on there that we absolutely love. Oh my goodness. So, absolutely love that dual tail switch. It's cold out here. You guys can see my breath. But good God, Claris. You guys make some freaking awesome tactical lights. Absolutely love this little beast. Got a nice little battery meter on it, and the versatility of having the power of a 14500, and then when the 14500 dies, you can charge it on the go, micro USB plug, and drop any AA battery into this thing. That is awesome. It's got plenty enough throw, goes all the way over to the neighbor's house. This thing is crazy. So, if you're thinking about picking one of these up, description box below, go check out Flashlight Z, sponsored this video, so go check them out, show them some love, pick some lights up from them. This thing's crazy. Claris, keep up the fantastic work. I cannot see any way you guys can improve this light. Absolutely love it. So keep up the great work. I can't wait to see what you make next for tactical lights. Nick here with Gear Nut. I'll check you guys later.